Here we are with the 2015 BMW Alpina B6. This is a really special car in my opinion. I think it's really kind of cool. We've got the 6 Series BMWs and we've got the M6, which is really the ultimate performance car when you get to the Grand Coupe. But the Alpina B6 is really kind of special. Alpina is a partner of BMW's and a manufacturer in Europe, but they don't have manufacturer status here in the US. So these cars are purchased as BMWs with their window sticker from a BMW dealer, but Alpina does all of the modifications. It's a little bit like what Roush does with Mustangs. You know, you're technically buying a Roush Mustang, but it's still based on the Mustang platform. This is kind of the same thing. So what Alpina has done is they really sort of up the luxury on this. The interior is gorgeous, the wood in the interior. On the interior, the shifter mechanism where you normally would see black plastic is actually a black ceramic, a polished ceramic, which is kind of cool. If you're familiar with the Alpina cars, this is the iconic Alpina wheel that you see on there. This is a massive 18-inch rotor in the front, 17-inch in the back. They're not carbon ceramic, which I thought would be odd at this price point of a car. The difference between this car and say an M6, again, this goes a little more toward the luxury end than the performance end, but they definitely did up the performance. It's heavier than an M6. It doesn't have the carbon fiber roof. It has the moon roof. It has steel brakes. It has 20-inch wheels. It doesn't have the same M engine, but Alpina tunes this engine to 540 horsepower and 540 pound-feet of torque. And this car has got the X-Drive all-wheel drive. So even though it's heavier than an M6, and it's got a little bit less horsepower than an M6, it doesn't handle quite as well as the M6. It's more comfortable on the street, and its 0 to 60 is faster than an M6 because of its all-wheel drive and its added torque. The M6 BMW claims 4.1, this is 3.7. So you get all the luxury of this big bad boy, but even more acceleration. And the rest of the system on it, the rest of the suspension is all dynamic, dampening and stuff like you expect on the regular 6 Series. So Alpina does all of this in-house. These cars are sent to their manufacturing facility and they rework the engine. They do the ECU, they do the sport exhaust on it, they upgrade the interior, the body kit on it. They put a lot of emphasis on cooling. So there's a little bit more drag with this body kit, but it's far more efficient cooling for the engine and all of its intercoolers and stuff. So it's great. It's a great touring car. It's a great grand touring car. I'm not sure what the limit here is in the US when they bring the cars out. Most of the BMWs were limited at 155 miles an hour. But this car, the way it's geared and its power, can do 198 miles an hour. But here's a little tip for you if you're looking at an Alpina B6, get it with the summer tires, because if you get it with the winter all-season tires, the ECU gets limited to 130 miles an hour. It's much easier to buy it with the summer tires and put winter tires on it. That way you're not restricted by anything. And this great little Alpina badge up here sort of indicates the German guys that put this thing together. The car gets limited, to about 5,000 RPMs when we rev it up like that. So unfortunately on the street it probably sounds a little better than it does here. But this is pretty much it. This is the BMW Alpina B6. They're limited to about 300 of these. I don't know if that's 300 total or just 300 in the United States. That part was unclear to me, but it's probably one of the most rare brand new BMWs you can get, which is kind of cool. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and until next time, keep the air in the spare and the bag in the wheel.